both me and Akid, I believe, would have faced this, dilemma, what to do in our first year, whether to do, what subjects to take, what direction we should choose. We were both clueless. We used to talk during that time, we used to talk, a lot, and we were not able to, figure out things. And what I can suppose, from your experience and what programs you have been involved with, I think they give a kind of a counseling and they give kind of a, direction for the students. So, especially for the first year students, what should a student start, how should he or she, do community engagements, or where should he or she start with? What is the starting point for them?
So not only you and Naked, I also face the same, uh, the career confusion. So I would say a student should start from.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of ATTalks. I am Tajamul Ashraf and I have with me Akid Masoodi. So for this episode of ATTalks, we have a very special guest all the way from Bangladesh. Her name is Nur Fatiha Tahiyat Siyum. So Fatiha, how are you doing today?
Hello Tajamal, hello Akid. Yes, I'm doing fine. I hope you guys are doing well as well.
We're doing absolutely fantastic.
So Fatiha is a graduate student in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Brak University. She's also a senior manager, research, Bangladesh Extension Education Services. She has spoken twice at the Microsoft Reactor program, and she has also spoken thrice at the Global Azure 2023. Along with that, she has also been 7 times certified by Microsoft and has also been an AWS Cloud Captain Bangladesh. So Fatiha, tell us what
Yes.
this journey was like.
The journey, it was fun. I have explored quite a few things and the different fields, and I have learned a lot actually.
Starting with my first question. So for the viewers, let's start with the Microsoft Learn Student Program. What is it? What is the program about? Can you elaborate and tell us more about the program?
Yeah, sure. So the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program, it's a global program specially designed for the students, and it's a program basically for tech enthusiasts. It's where the students can get the opportunities to contribute on activities. They can build new projects and they can explore new things about Microsoft technologies or different sectors in tech. So yeah, that's about Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program. So there are different milestones one student can reach, and it depends on how they can leverage the benefits.
Right, right. So, about the program, you have given us the introduction. So, what is the experience, or what are the benefits that come with with this program? While you are in this program, what are the benefits you take away?
Okay, so for me, the experience has been diverse because I joined the program at the time of COVID pandemic. It's the time when everything changed drastically. So starting from the education system, the government, and the also the career opportunities, everything changed. So that and that particular time I had some career confusion, like which path should I select. Should I go to data science sectors or machine learning? Should I explore web dev or something else? So that was the time when I got introduced to this program. After I got onboarded, I could see that there was a bunch of different sectors, a bunch of different channels open for depending on the interest area. So I could explore them. I could be added to different project teams, and yes, and if I elaborate about my experience, one beautiful experience that I had from this program was the Youth Tech Research Initiative, where some of the gold MLSs among us, we worked together and we built a mental health solution using AI. So that was an incredible opportunities. And if I talk about experiences, I also had the opportunity to contribute to one of the Microsoft repo, IoT for beginners on GitHub. So that was there I could work directly with Jen Looper and Jim Bennett directly with them. So it was also something beautiful.
So yeah, coming to this, like you mentioned this gold ambassador, this beta ambassador. So can you elaborate like what are these levels and how a user a person will reach that? I am consider me as I'm a second year graduate student. How I should approach, and what are the levels I have to conquer, or what is the hierarchy going on?
So suppose you are a second year undergrad student. So the first thing you have to do is to uh, get onboarded to the program. So when you get onboarded, you are a new ambassador, and then what we have to do is complete a Microsoft Learn Path. After completing the Learn Path, you will be promoted to Alpha Ambassador. So after you get into the milestone, you what you will have to do is to acquire knowledge about any of the Microsoft technologies and conduct a session on that. So after conducting a successful session, you will be promoted to beta, and therefore you will have a bunch of different benefits starting from Azure credit. It will yes, Azure credit. So you will have the opportunity to build hands-on projects on Azure, and there will be other benefits like the Imagine Cup judge. You can also work in the judgment teams of Imagine Cup, and also you will have the opportunity to do peer mentorship. So based on the contributions, you will be nominated to the gold milestone.
Okay. Okay, that's really cool. Like doing some work and getting elevated to next level is kind of cool, and I think it's kind of a motivating for students as well. So, like, what is the input application process for a student, where he has to apply, and what are the hurdles he has to cross, or she has to cross?
So the student, he or she has to apply on the Student Ambassadors portal. It's named Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors.com, and then at the portal, if he's already not an ambassador, he will have the nomination portal, nomination page open. From there, there will be some basic information starting from the personal information, then the academic information, and then there will be three questions. Based on the three questions, the enthusiasm of that particular student will be judged. So, from your personal experience, how this program has helped you in your career so far? So this program has helped me a lot in my career. It has given me the experiences to work in teams, and it has also gave me to opportunities to explore and learn, and also manage work pressures. There are tons of soft skill and technical skills that I have gained from this program, and which definitely helped me in my career. That's absolutely fantastic. So we'll come back to this program, maybe in the podcast, in due time. So some can you share with the viewers, are there any similar programs? If not MSLA, what are the other programs, and what are the other opportunities for other students, especially the college students? Yes, there are some similar programs, such as the GitHub Campus Expert program, the AWS Cloud Captain program. Also, there are other programs from AWS, like the Community Builder program. It's not specifically for students, but the students and also the professional can apply to it. And also the Auth Zero ambassadors. There are programs from Postman Student Experts, and Postman Student Leads programs. So there are a ton of different programs for the students. Okay.
Yeah. Now coming through a diverse question. So both me and Arkid, I believe, would have faced this, dilemma, what to do in our first year, whether to do, what subjects to take, what direction we should choose. We were both clueless. We used to talk during that time, we used to talk, a lot, and we were not able to, figure out things. And what I can suppose, from your experience and what programs you have been involved with, I think they give a kind of a counseling, and they give kind of a direction for the students. So especially for the first year students, what should a student start? How should he or she do community engagements, or where should he or she start with? What is the starting point for them?
So not only you and Naked, I also face the same, uh, the career confusion. So I would say a student should start from the middle of his or her first year, because I would say the first 2 years of undergrad are very crucial for skill development and project building. And then a student in the third year, he or she can go for Olympiads or hackathons and the project pitching programs. For example, Microsoft has its Imagine Cup. So for the third year, he or she can go for the project pitching, and the fourth year, I would say that, and according to my academic system, I kept my fourth year only for the research purpose. So that's how I would suggest it to be.
Okay. So one more thing, one more question popped into my mind is like, can we include, can students or, once I am a Microsoft Learn Ambassador, will it be helpful in corporate or in after I complete my, bachelor's? Like, will it be included in my resume? Can I include it in my resume? And will
Yes.
it be helpful?
Yes, definitely. I would say one student should in like have it on their resumes, but in a particular way. For the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, we cannot claim ourselves to be Microsoft employees. So we have to be very precise on that. We have to mention on our resumes that it was a voluntary experience for us, and what skills and what experiences we have had from that program. We should definitely mention it on our resumes, and this definitely enriches our resumes, especially the project
And I think
experiences.
once these are included in our resumes, and it will definitely help in our careers, right?
Exactly.
Right. So, does this open the door for internship opportunities, or pave the way for higher education? Do they help you in that? Once you're
Yes,
in?
for my internship, it specifically helped a lot, because by seeing the resumes, the recruiter, he or she could understand that he like the what can I say, active.
The candidate?
Yeah, exactly. The candidate, he or she has the professional experiences, or the experience working in teams, or have dealing pressures and other like relevant experiences. They can get it from the resume.
One
I
thing,
think
before, sorry to cut you.
yeah.
One thing, do you have to be a college student to be able to, participate in this, or can you like do this after you have graduated also, or no?
Yeah, after your graduation as well. Like for me, I'm a master's student and I'm also a student ambassador. Yes.
Okay, so you have to be a student, or is it not important?
Yeah, it is important to be a student, but it doesn't matter if you're undergrad student or a grad student.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I think what I can say, take it like you have to be enrolled in a program, in a university program. I think that's the basic requirement for a Microsoft Learn Ambassador program. So now coming to the next part is the Microsoft Reactor program. Fatia, you have been a part of it. You have worked with the core people there. So what can you share what is the program about, and how we should how students should approach?
So Microsoft Reactor program, it's basically a global hub created by Microsoft to promote and share knowledge. So it's a program where any industry expert or leader or someone who has certain knowledge like can be a part and share their experience through sessions. The topics of Microsoft Reactor sessions includes coding or languages, and also the frameworks and other relevant ML AI topics. So yes, it's a
Okay.
free
So like
platform. So basically, anyone can join and like share their knowledge.
Okay, so if I have to be a part of this Reactor program, is there any, I have to fill an application form, or, I have to give interview, or what is the process?
Okay, to be honest, what happened with me is there was a form through the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, that which of the gold ambassadors are interested to be a part of Reactor program. So there was a form, and then I filled that out, and then one of the Microsoft employee, she reached out to me, and we then discussed the topic. So there is no specific application form, but we have to email them that we are interested and this is the topic and these are the deliverables. So that's how we get into the program.
Right, right. So, do they include coding? As you mentioned, there's some language. So, are there any coding events?
Yeah, sure. There are definitely some coding events. It depends on what the speaker wants, like what is the topic the speaker is comfortable to deliver. So if one is interested to deliver contents with coding or competitive programming, he or she can definitely make the agenda according to that.
So Fatiha, while I'm in, a student is in second year or first year, maybe, suppose he or she gets involved in this and got selected for the MSLA program or the reactor program.
Okay.
Will it affect the studies of the student? And if so, like what is the schedule they follow there? And what has been the experience with you so far?
Okay, so it actually depends on how the students manages their tasks. But for me, it didn't quite hamper my studies because, and also the students has their full freedom or flexibility to either get involved into the program on how much they want to be involved in this program. It totally depends on them. There is no restriction like you have to work like 5 hours a week. There is nothing like that. You can visit the Teams portal once in a while, and if you want to get involved in projects or other programs, you can definitely go for that. But if you have studies or you have exams, you can definitely skip them as well.
Okay, that's a relief. I would say. Right. So now coming to the swags and the benefits exclusively. So as we earlier mentioned, there are three levels. There is alpha level, there is beta level, and there is gold level for Microsoft Learn Ambassador program. So these are the three levels you have to you enter as a alpha student member, and then you get promoted to beta and then to gold. So after you cross each level, what are the swags you get from Microsoft?
So once a student is onboarded and he is a new ambassador, he or she will get a student ambassador's email, and from using that email, he will be get onboarded to the Teams portal. And yes, then there will be two milestones that he or she will have to pass. Those are alpha milestone and the beta milestone. So after a student is a beta student ambassador, he will receive a physical swag kit. It will include t-shirts, socks, and different amazing stuffs. And as for yes, the goodies, and there will be $150 of monthly Azure credits, including a software called Camtasia by TechSmith. And then there will be other benefits the Visual Studio Enterprise subscription, the Microsoft Office 365, all the softwares included in Microsoft Office 365. And there will be other benefits like LinkedIn Learning, and there will be tons of mentorship opportunities. And if you graduate from the program being a gold ambassador, you will get nominated as an MVP, which stand for Microsoft Most Valuable Professional.
So you touched this MVP program, Microsoft Most Valuable Person. So what are the what is the inside? What is this program about, and can you elaborate?
Well, this program is specific to the knowledge sharing domain. It focuses on how a person is contributing to a specific community. So it just like if we talk about what it takes to be an MVP, the MVP program, it focuses on the community domain, how frequently and how regularly you contribute to a community, and then what expertise do you have, and how you have engaged in different programs, and how you have like equipped yourself as well as your community. So these are the basic things that is required for the MVP program.
That's so nice, and I would like viewers to go through these programs and join and let us know what you experience, so that we can also get knowledge and share with us how was the experience. So now coming to the main part, that is the certifications that is provided by the Microsoft, and I think these are the most valuable ones. So how I can get a certificate. Suppose I want a certificate, a course certificate. What is the procedure, and how can I obtain one?
So recently there was an initiative by Microsoft, Cloud Ready Skills. So with this program, they offered 8 certification vouchers for free only to the students. So if a student is interested to any of the Microsoft technologies like Azure and Microsoft AI, and then the Office 365 tools, the Microsoft Dynamics, and Power Platforms, the other like services that Microsoft offer, there are a bunch of certification exams. So based on the interest area, the students can select which certification path they want to follow, and there will be like they will have to study for uh, I would say it does take about 1 month at max to prepare for a certification exam, and once they're prepared, they can sit for the exam. And this certification, they really contribute a lot to the professional career. It enriches the resume, and it actually like indicates that he or she is really proficient in those sectors, like in those areas. Yes.
That's right. That's like I would say if you have got a certificate in cloud services, I think you will be certified. Like you know what you are doing in cloud, and
Exactly.
I think if in future you find a job in cloud, I think that will be very plus point, right?
Exactly.
That's right. Okay. So coming to the these are all programs. As you said, these are all volunteer programs. Like you will get a certificate, you're getting goodies. So, but are you getting paid while you will be in college students? And I think money is one of the major concerns for college students, right? How to gain money. So, about all these programs, is there any way we can as students can earn simultaneously?
Well, I would say that to earn money, students can look for internship programs that are offered by this companies, or they can also look internship program in their locality. For example, Microsoft has this Microsoft Aspire program where they hire interns. The interns, they can have, or they may have or may not have certification, and they can also be part of different, if they are part of different Microsoft programs, it's a plus point. And yes, this is how a student can land into internships.
Right. So, one more thing is while you are in your first year, that is networking, how you
Yes,
connect with people. So,
exactly.
I'd like to share with the viewers. I also met Fatiha, while we were in, Microsoft program, this MSLA program.
Yes.
So, for you, Fatiha, what do you think these programs help students communicate and build their networks? And what are the benefits while you network with people? As I said, you quoted, you directly work with people who have, who are the core, like working with the core. And how does it feel, and how is the best way to communicate and to network people?
Well, the best way to communicate is to be like honest. What difficulties we are facing or what we want, actually, we have to be very brief, and we have to be honest while we are communicating. That's the thing I would like to mention. And if we are working with the core personnels, I would say that in our region, specifically if I talk about Bangladesh, talking with someone superior is a very is a very sensitive thing. We have to be very respectful, and we have to yes, we have to show respect, and we have to be very what can I say, what's the proper word, we have to be very careful when we communicate. But if we are talking about, if we are connecting to someone overseas, what I have noticed, that communication is very we can be very casual as well. We can be really honest, and we do not have to be worried about the respect, or we do not have to be bothered much. Yes.
Right. So I think that is the exposure you get while you are enrolled in these kind of programs, right?
Yes.
You get to know how well you can behave and how well you can communicate with other people.
Exactly.
I think that's all.
Okay. So I have a question for Tajammul, because you were also a Microsoft like Gold Ambassador, and I would like you to be talking about how is the internship program, like the Microsoft internship program in India, like how the things are there.
So, like for the viewers, I would like to share. Like, I was the first person, from J&K, to be involved in such kind of activities at Microsoft. When I first
That's
joined, it was
incredible.
in 2019, and I didn't have any mentor, so far, because there was nobody there to which I could look for. So I started from scratch, and I started building, connecting with people on LinkedIn, and on Teams. We had an interaction on weekly basis. So I kind of know how people, they were abroad, they were doing internships at Microsoft. So for internship, in Microsoft particularly, you have to be very good at coding, because there is a lot of competition over here. So, but I would say, if you are involved in this program, you get a very, if you are good at coding, there is a very good chance you will get it, because what they test is how well you communicate, as you said, how well you are behaving with your coworkers, plus how well are your skills. Are you willing to work with people in a team? And that is one of the most important things they look in beside your coding skills or your other aptitude skills. So for internship purposes, you have to be an all-rounder. You have to be very good at communication. You have to be very good at coding, and you have to be very good at teamwork. If you think you can only do the job, that's not going to work, and they will detect it while you, because they take multiple interviews, kind of 6-7 interviews they do. There are 2-3 HR interviews, one interview with the top level people, and so they segregate you at each level. So you cannot, if you are lagging something, they will catch it. But that thing can be skipped with the help of these programs. So as mentioned, like reactor program, where you can communicate with the people of knowledge. They share, they do weekly sessions or monthly workshops. So you can learn about them. Whether there is an MSLA program, you learn, you connect with people, you do events on it, you take responsibility, right? That is one of the most important things they teach you there. You take responsibility for some things, and you take charge of a community, because you are in college. You will be representative of Microsoft there. So you have to promote events, or whether it's GitHub, whether it's VS Code, or whatever. So I think what they basically teach you is how to take responsibility, how to be honest, and how to communicate well, and how to network with people. And that is one of the important things that you have to learn while you are in your college.
Interesting. Very very great words from Tajamul there. So Tajamul, let's just now, I think, end the podcast. Now, why don't we just sum it all up for the viewers? For example, there is a guy watching in, let's say, me also, for example, a person watching in the first year or second year of college who doesn't really, maybe fully grasp it. Let's just sum it up in a sort of proper chronological, order for them.
For the student who doesn't know what he wants to do, or is very puzzled, or is in his or her first year. And so I think you will have understood what you have to do so far, what are the opportunities you have. So to sum it up, we discussed about MSLA program. So this is a program for first year, especially first year or second year students, where you can enter into Microsoft community, interact with people, build your network. There are different levels, as we discussed: alpha, beta, and gold. And upon clearing all the level, another level, you will be getting swags from Microsoft, your goodies. And you will be also given more tasks, so that you will be given certificates. We discuss about the reactor program, how you can interact with the core people, core who know what they are doing, like whether it's AI, whether it's data science, or whether it's core computer science technology. We discuss about the certification programs, how Microsoft gives you these kind of certificates, so that you can they will give an edge over other students. There are Azure certificates, there's cloud certificates, there are AI certificates, there are different kind of courses you have to give, study and give the exam, and clear, you will be given a proper certificate from Microsoft. So we discuss about the what are the simultaneous other programs. There is AWS cloud captain programs, there is GitHub programs. There are different kind of programs we discussed. And another thing we discussed about was how to pay your way into the internships. because you have to earn money at the end of the day, and that's the necessary thing. And we discuss how these programs help you, in building your resume and building your social skills. So I think this was all, the reason we made this podcast, was to help students, help, navigate what, how they should, the direction they should go, and what are the, opportunities that lie for them, and just you have to, go and take the opportunity. So, Fatiha, I would like to thank our wonderful guest, Fatiha. She has been, incredible. She shared a lot of information, a valuable information for our viewers. We got to know what opportunities are there, and what are the, and from our experience, we got to know, what a student should do. And also, viewers can tell us, what more they found while, applying for these programs, so that, it will help other students as well. So thank you, Fatiha. It was lovely having you, at ATTalks. Thank you so much.
You're you're most welcome, and thanks for having me here. It was fun talking to you and also sharing the experiences that I have. I hope this can help like the undergrad students out there. I really hope so.
Yeah, we did learn a lot from you, Fatiha, and that was it for this episode of AT Talks. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next episode.